What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Brunch with DESB. I am your host, Des, also known as DESB, and let me tell you, I'm getting pregnant as fuck. And as I just said that, even then, the baby just kicked me so hard. And I'm at that point in pregnancy where shit is getting scary, okay? I'm officially 30 weeks pregnant. Crazy. Do you guys realize after this week, this is my last double-digit week. My last double-digit week of pregnancy, okay? Let's just say it that way. But also, I'm pregnant to where the baby is like literally like actually big now, you know? And so the way it kicks me, the way it squirms in my belly, it is the most unnatural feeling ever. If you have never been pregnant, I wish I could explain it to you. But if you have been pregnant, you understand where I'm at, where it's just kind of like, okay, can you not? Because let me tell you, it is the most abnormal feeling ever. And it only takes me back to like Twilight. Imagine Bella being pregnant with a vampire baby. I could never. A bitch could never. Okay. So I'm 30 weeks. Happy 30 weeks to me. Happy. This is like 4 weeks late by this point, but happy 4 years to us. Guys, I've been doing this since 2020. 2020, we've had an episode every Sunday. I don't even think I've technically ever skipped one. We've done some replays during like maternity leave, but we have had an episode every Sunday. Crazy. So again, this is like 4 weeks late, but happy 4 years to us. If you have been with me since year one, I need to know. Okay. Funny thing that I want to just bring up first and foremost is last week we talked about the Tortured Poets department, which like, believe me, we're not done. Okay. I do want to just say that first and foremost. So I posted this clip on Brunch with DESB from the podcast last week, and it said basically, if you can't accept me at my Taylor Swift has a new album phase, then you don't accept me at my you don't deserve me at my best. Okay, I put it on Instagram. 160,000 people have seen it. 98% people who do not follow me, and let me tell you, no one's followed me. I've gained like 4 followers from it. It's funny. No one follows anyone nowadays. It's just like if you see something, you resonate with it and you move on. That's fine. It's just funny how many people have seen this, and 4 people followed me from the post. They're probably like, fuck this. 284,000 plays, 10,400 likes. Guess how many people fucking sent it? This is my most sent reel ever. 8,747 people sent it to someone or like reposted it on their stories. I think it's a mixture of analytics. So anyways, it just shook me to my core because I think it goes to show, I think, majority people probably sent that to their bestie who is also a Swiftie, and they're like, oh my God, if you know, I think for the most part, the intention was pure. I think it reached the right people. But also, you do get the people who send this and they're like, Swifties are fucking weird, like whatever. So this past week, we definitely saw a whole new level of Swiftie from some of our people out there, okay? And I will say, some of y'all need to still chill, okay? Some of y'all still need to chill. There is definitely a range of Swiftie, and there is just no doubt some of y'all, she's impacted a lot of you. But here's the thing. We think about Swifties, we think about Disney adults, we hate on them all. I am them all nowadays. I've come out with that. At the end of the day, does it hurt you? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. Does it really affect you? The answer is absolutely no. So for me, I'm someone who just like, I poke fun. In the other hands of some people, they take it so extreme where they think they're just purely holier than you for like not liking something you like. That's where it's like, it's weird energy. Like, are we affecting you as Swifties? The answer is absolutely no. People on Instagram will see like Taylor Swift news or something, and they're like, I've not learned a thing out of my own will about this person. Can I stop seeing posts about them? It's like, welcome to someone who's huge. Okay. Like, shut the fuck up. You think I want to still hear about Trump and Biden and politics? The answer is no. But guess what? It shows up on my feed anyway. So why are you going to sit here and bitch about seeing JoJo Siwa and Taylor Swift? Grow up. Like, again, poke fun, but people who take it quite literally, you're fucking weird. You're fucking weird. I'm going to say it like that. Okay, so first, before we jump into some stories this week and some things I want to talk about, we have our new HydroJugs. These released yesterday. I'm going to be honest, it's probably sold out. Yeah, you're probably like seeing me show this and you're like, fuck you. You have it and I don't. So this is a 40-ounce HydroJug. This is Aubrey's release. And then we have the littlest cute HydroJug Mini. Oh my God, it's like literally the size of my head. This is honestly probably about the size of my baby. Actually, the baby's probably bigger right now. So that's crazy to think this is in here, okay? 20 ounce HydroJugs. They do have multiple colors. I don't think that these will sell out as fast. But again, I'm telling you because I don't know yet. So check the website is all I'm saying. These did release yesterday. We have 32 ounce Traveler, 40 ounce Travelers, 20 ounce Travelers. And as always, you can use code DESB for 10% off. I'll also put my HydroJug link down below. If you ever save this to your browser, not only will it automatically give you a discount from me, but also it will always accredit me. So for some reason, and I know it sounds weird, but people do forget to input codes. At least I'll always get a kickback and you'll always make sure you get that percentage off. 10%? I mean, free shipping, right? You know, sometimes I do wish we got a little bit more off. All right, so first story of the day. Should TikTok be banned? So as of right now, Biden, I'm going to be so for real with you guys. I hate even calling him president because he's not there. He's not there, okay? At this point, it doesn't even come down to a sense of like, so you're right. Oh, so you're right wing. No, bitch. I'm fucking get my grandpa out of office wing, okay? It has nothing to do at this point with political beliefs. I'm just like, get him the fuck out of here. He can't even, are we sure we signed it? Are we sure he could actually sign his name? Is it legible? Is it legal? I don't know. So anyways, I don't even like saying President Biden because he's not fit right now. I will fucking die on that hill. Honestly, if that bothers you that I'm even bringing up an age, the fucking age of our president, unsubscribe. I literally don't care. Like if that's where you draw your fine line, woo! I don't want to be on the line where you don't have a fine line, okay? So anyways, Biden, Joseph, I'm just going to call him that, Joseph Biden, somehow signed, legibly, a document that basically puts into effect within the next X amount of months, TikTok being banned. Will this happen? Probably not, okay? Let's be so for real. There's plenty of loopholes. There's plenty of tricks and whips and chains. Well, you're going to be fine, okay? If you're on TikTok, you're going to be fine. I think TikTok's fun, right? It's up to you how you choose to use it. I think it's toxic. I think there's a lot of brain rot. I think the amount of free speech there is beautiful, but I think with that comes a lot of misinformation, twists, turns, things that become issues that shouldn't be, oversharing. I don't know. There's this gray area of social media that will always exist, but specifically on TikTok, because anyone can post whatever the fuck they want, including exploiting children, being weird. If you guys ever deep dove into the whole child WREN, terrible. Okay. Just from what I've read, I'm like, this is terrible. But then again, I look back, I'm like, okay, is any of this misinformation? Because I don't know. My point being, it rests with the fact that if TikTok is banned, go off. I mean, honestly, that'd be one thing that we've actually accomplished. But will we be affected from it? I don't know. I feel like at that point, download a fucking VPN, download TikTok, you're still going to have TikTok. Like, it's just like saying take away drugs, take away guns. Like, guess what? They're still going to be out there. So it's like, oh, boo-hoo, we banned TikTok. It's like, everyone will find a way to still have it. Like, am I wrong? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they can really ban it from, again, like I'm saying, I'm picturing the idea that you could probably download a VPN, set your phone to be in a different location. I don't know if you really wanted to. So we'll see what ends up happening. The owner, I think, of TikTok is pretty persistent that he will ensure that this does not happen. And I think the only thing I really worry about it and why I'm kind of like, I don't give a shit, is the pure fact that it is going to derail a lot of our youth, in my opinion, in how I see it. It's not about the older people on there. You can formulate your own thoughts and opinions, but you can't really do that as a teenager, and you think you can until you realize you're older and you're like, wow, I had no idea what I was doing and I blindly followed XYZ, or I thought I was fat, or I thought I had an issue, or, you know, so many people like are self-diagnosing themselves with autism now because they saw one TikTok they related to. You know, it's like a slippery slope for a teenage person who can't decompartmentalize that. So we'll see. I mean, listen, what would I be saying? Let's play devil's advocate. What would I be saying if I was making millions of dollars off of it? I'd probably be crossing every toe and praying to God that TikTok wouldn't be banned. So I totally get that. For some people, it is their livelihood, but you know, that's not me. So I have a different, I have a different like immediate outlook, but I can also respect that. Ptula launch. I am actually wearing Ptula right now. I'm wearing the Cloud Zip Up, I think it's called, quarter zip, and then the brand new Sierra two-tone legging. So fucking good. These launched yesterday. And I say this without being disrespectful, but Ptula usually doesn't have sellouts, which is, in my opinion, dumb. Like, I'm running to their fucking site to check out. And I've said this now for months, and you guys can all back me up who have listened to me weekly. I stan for fucking Ptula. I've said it. I said, listen, the past couple, I'd say 2 years in totality, and I've said this, they've put their pussy behind Ptula. Like, pussy down for Ptula, you know, like they're really just showing up, showing out, and they're creating luxury fabric, luxury experience. And as much, I love all the brands I work with. Like Buff Bunny is different for a reason. Paragon's different for a reason. Ptula's different for a reason. RIP Story was different for a reason, you know, XYZ. But man, Ptula, if you had honestly had a gun to my head right now and said, pick one, you have to do it right now, I would say Ptula. It would come out of my mouth. I love Paragon to death too. I have just been quite upset with the past couple of launches in terms of totality of quality and like quality inspection. Like, why are we still seeing ass crack in legging colors? Like, then don't make it a legging color or double up the fabric. Like, I'm just so fucking tired of sheer shit right now. And it's that time of year. We want to have bright colors. Totally get it. But if other brands can do a bright color and not have our ass crack show out, you can too. Put your pussy in it, you know? So anyway, Ptula has just been showing out. Love this launch. It's called That Girl. Their marketing was so cute. They played into like Mean Girls. It was just so fun. I love seeing them succeed. I love Sammy, the owner. She's so sweet, even just like as a friend. And they deserve this. They deserve this moment. So highly recommend. Go check out what's left on the site. I'm almost manifesting this shit sold out. Like, they deserve that, but it might not be. So code DESB to save money on that. I'm wearing an XL in this. It is already oversized, so don't feel like you have to size up from your true size. I just did because I'm pregnant as fuck. And then the leggings are definitely, I would say if you get your true size, they're going to fit, no doubt. But are they going to fit how you want? Maybe not. So if you like a more compressive, tight, Reluna, naked fabric from Paragon, Buff Bunny, Rosa legging, tightness, etc., you please size down. I promise you won't be pissed. It might be weird. You're like, oh my God, I'm ordering a small. I'm telling you, yes, you are, because you would be pissed if you didn't. Okay, next up, speaking of Paragon, and again, I always speak out of no shade. Like, I love all the brands I work with, but at the end of the day, you're spending your money. Okay, I'm not going to tell you to go spend money on shit you're going to see your hoo-ha through. Okay, sorry. Paragon does have a new launch coming up. It's called Heat Wave. There's definitely a ton in this collection you can wear. 100%. There's a fucking hot pink I want to be buried in. There's a beautiful blue. There's like a highlighter lime, green, yellow. We have a coconut color, a really deep brown. And then we have this like mint color. I can't remember the name right now. That's the one where I'm like, why are we still making this color? What's going on? But regardless, we do have a new Paragon. This launch is May 2nd, so you have time. Well, actually not. Sorry. May 2nd is fucking this week, guys. So absolutely love it. It's cute. It's fun. We have a new like cloud kind of like ribbed material. And it's cute. Overall launch, 10 out of 10. I think I would like it even more if I wasn't pregnant. Like, lo and behold, you know, sorry, my body's just changing. Things don't fit per normal, but it's definitely still a sleigh. It's just, you know, here's the thing. And I say this with the most love and respect. Paragon's mission is luxury at an affordable price, okay? With that being said, you are getting what you pay for. You are going to get a completely different fabric customer experience with Paragon versus Ptula. And I'm laying that out there. That's the name of the game. It's kind of like, you know, if I were to tell you to get one brand over the other, it's like, I don't want to call it a dupe, but it's like different people set different price points because their quality might be a little bit lower, but it'll still last you. I'll let that rest. My point is 2 launches, DESB for both, bitch, go buy. Okay. Okay, here's another story for you. I was watching on Watch Mojo the other day. This is like a YouTube channel. Sometimes I just get stuck binging their videos. They do always like 10 craziest moments, and then you watch it, or like 20 craziest serial killers, or it's always just like numeric 10 fast food items that are discontinued, and it's just fun. Sometimes I just mindlessly binge it. Well, they did this one. It was like 10, maybe like top 10 craziest moments of the past 20 years or something. One of them, they brought up the Fyre Festival. And I was like, damn, you know, that is still the greatest party that never existed. I stand by that because I so badly wish I could unwatch that documentary and rewatch it, because to me, it was probably one of the most craziest documentaries, but like fun to watch without it being like depressing or scary or anything. If you guys have never watched the Fyre Festival, I think it was like the greatest party that never was, or something like that. So worth watching. It's so fun. It's fucked up. The guy screwed so many people out of money and is like basically walking free. Like, I don't know, embezzling, scam, fraud. It's crazy how you just get a slap on the wrist for that. Like even Anna Delvey, if you guys have ever watched Inventing Anna, it's like, do we even care? Like, do they pay this back? Who pays it back? Like, it's crazy. So definitely watch a Fyre Festival. It just kind of brought up a core memory. And I'm like, if anyone's never watched it, you have to. And then there was another story they brought up. It was JC Duggard. Okay. This was a girl who went missing at just 11 years old. I believe it was 11. She was in the 5th grade. She got kidnapped. Okay. They looked for her, girl. Okay. They looked for her for 18 years. She was missing for 18 years. And they found her alive and in all, you know, respectfully well. Okay. She was held by her abuser for 18 years in the back of his house in a separate like shed. It very much reminded me of the movie called Room. If you've never watched that, ROOM. And she ended up having like 2 kids by this guy. He was a sexual offender. He was already like, he had been visited. His home had been visited like, I think it was 80 some times in 18 years for probation checks, stuff like that. They never found her. They never looked in the backyard. They never, like, nothing. And he had her. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy story. So again, I'm not going to spoil a lot of it for you, but look it up on YouTube if you're ever in like a spiral. I'm sure you could even look it up on TikTok while it's still around. Look up JC Duggard's story. It was a fascinating, it was like kind of Elizabeth Smart energy, where it was just like they were missing for so long, and then to find out that they like lived and they're quote fine. I don't know, like at that point, you have to deal with that trauma every single day. Like, I could not imagine. Those people are so strong. Next up, we have a little Sabrina Carpenter update. If you guys remember back in, this would have been probably last October, November, I announced how Sabrina Carpenter was going to be joining Taylor Swift on the second leg of her Eras tour as an opener. And I was pretty fucking butthurt about this. I really thought it was going to be Olivia Rodrigo. Now come to find out there's obviously maybe some beef between them that still exists. I wish I knew what the beef was. Besides, I think Taylor suing her, if you guys remember that. Rewind. So anyway, when Sabrina came on, I was like, listen, I just don't like her. I don't like her music, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, wait, there are a few songs that I'm actually singing that are hers that I actually like. So that's embarrassing. Well, here's the truth of the matter. I will say that little blonde, cute bombshell has just fucking grown on me. And if there's one thing I'm going to do, first off, I'm going to take a sip of my Alani. Cherry slush. You're such a slut. You're such a dirty slut. You like it when I call you that? You little slut? Just kidding. All right. Anyway, if there's one thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to admit when I say something wrong, when my mind changes, when I evolve, I'll own up. I will. I own up to underestimating Sabrina Carpenter. Okay? She really is kind of that bitch right now. And as much as I think her boyfriend's kind of ugly, sorry, I'm just going to say that. He was on Masters of the Air, but that don't mean he's cute to me, okay? She has just really won me over. I love her stage presence. She truly is a fucking performer, and I can appreciate that. I look at my Olivia Rodrigo concert experience that is still traumatizing to me, and I look at Sabrina Carpenter. I would rather see Sabrina Carpenter in concert. Okay, she was just so much more of a performer. Olivia Rodrigo, I think, is just, you know, kind of figuring herself out, figuring out her style, her vibe. Still an amazing artist. She'll come into it. But Sabrina is just giving what needs to be fucking give in right now. And I am just, it is give. She is giving the motherfucking give, okay? Next thing I wanted to talk about was E! News shared this, and so did everyone else. Billie Eilish gets candid about her sexuality with her new song called Lunch. I've been in love with girls for my whole life, but I just didn't understand until last year. I realized I wanted my face in a vagina. I'm just going to read that last part one more time because, yes, this was stated. Until last year, I realized I wanted my face in a vagina. Few different thoughts there. First off, very vulgar. Not that I give a shit. Like, I think that's funny as hell, but to like, that's like a podcast statement, maybe not like a news article. Like, I don't know. Granted, it's going to make it into the news, but my point is that seems to be a very intimate way to share that. However, it's funny as hell. And, you know, I always got the vibe from her, and I don't know if, I hope this isn't like disrespectful to it, but you know how people say, oh, I always knew that, I knew that they were gay. Is that rude? I don't know. I don't think it is, because if I was gay and I'm like, oh, you always thought it, like, word, yep, that's me, you know, I wouldn't take it as rude, but would someone who is actually gay take it as rude? Let me know. But she always gave me off that vibe of like some bisexuality. Like, she just, not that how you dress should articulate with your sexuality, but she has such a beautiful feminine and a beautiful, handsome, like masculine energy. And I don't know, like girl to girl, I feel like we have pretty good reads on like maybe some bisexual women. And she always just kind of gave me that vibe. And so, you know, good for her. I think questioning your sexuality, owning into that is like great. And I just, but man, I will say that was a fucking crazy way to say I'm gay. I want my face in a vagina. Like she needs to almost make merch of like, kind of like labias, like a lips with maybe like her face somehow coming out. Like I need such a memento of that phrase in some way. Also, could you imagine? Kylie Jenner rumored to be expecting after sporting a pregnancy tracksuit to a family funeral. First off, I did see the family funeral photo and I was like a little confused because I think it was Kris Jenner's sister died, if I'm correct. And she was just cheesing in a black tracksuit. And that, you know, that did have me a little off. I was caught off guard, but I was like, okay, this could have been after the funeral. This could have just been a photo of all of them. Like, you never know context, okay? You never know. So I tried not to like overthink it, but it did have me like raise my eyebrows. So then I looked at the background of the story, and I guess Daniel Tosh, shout out to my Tosh.0 girlies, that was like the original podcast, went to a grocery store, and the grocery store person was like, yeah, we were closed yesterday because the Kardashians were filming here. And Kylie said on the show that she was pregnant and like they were getting maybe a pregnancy test or something or like whatever. So then Daniel Tosh was like, what the fuck? Can't believe you just told me that, but like I'm going to go say it on my podcast. So that was the rumor. Now, with that being said, I don't, you know, everything is for show. Maybe they set up this part of the skit where they tell, you know, she tells her mom in the grocery store and she's like, Kylie, why are you telling me here? You know, whatever. It could be a part of like production, but that just doesn't seem like an announcement that you make in the cereal aisle, you know, like, hey, by the way, speaking of Lucky Charms, guess who's lucky to be a grandma again? You know, like that's not how that fucking goes. So I don't think it's true. I wish it was true. I would love to see her and, you know, Timmy Wimmy make a little baby. I think that, you know, they're there. I often forget Kylie already has 2 kids. I'm like, oh shit, I forget she has Air. Wolf, previously known as Wolf, you know, whatever. So I think it'd be cute, but I think the rumors are fake, sadly, but I do think it's fun to entertain. I will say that. Meg the Stallion was slammed this past week. I didn't see a ton of coverage about this, but I did see it posted. I was just a little shook because she was actually named in a sexual harassment claim by her, I think it was her videographer. Yeah, her videographer, Emilio Garcia, accused Megan of fostering a toxic workspace environment in a complaint filed in Los Angeles that was obtained by Page 6 here. He said that Meg the Stallion made him watch her have sex with someone on a tour stop. I felt uncomfortable. I was kind of frozen and shocked at just kind of the overall audacity to do this right beside me. It then goes on to say that Meg the Stallion eliminated some of his pay at the time. Also told him, don't ever discuss what you saw. And then went on to then call him a fat bitch and to spit out his food. Stuff like that. So it was like kind of a loaded accusation. You know, like it's one thing to come out swinging with just like, yeah, I had to watch her have sex, you know, whatever. But to back it up with like, and then she said this to me and she said this, kind of like spitting some facts. You know, it makes the story a little bit more believable when you have like this quote, you know, she said exactly this, blah, blah, blah. So not a lot has come out from it. I'll be curious. I mean, at the end of the day, we never know people's stories. We just, you know, guilty until innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. Like, I don't know. You know, I that's crazy. But also, you know, again, I always try to play devil's advocate. It's like people with money, people that rich, they do shit they don't even realize they did. You know what I'm saying? Like they come into a power dynamic. You could come from absolutely nothing and money could change you. You know, so it's like you become this person with a power dynamic that you never realized you had, and it can just like evolve you in your touring, and maybe you're sleepless or, you know, you're taking drugs or stuff like that. You can do things that you never thought you would. I don't know. So like, I don't know. I just thought it was a crazy story. And then I just wanted to back up once more to Caitlin Clark. So we talked about her last week. And I just want to ask, has anyone out here went and supported the WNBA this past week? No? Haven't heard anything? Okay, I'm not hearing anything back. The answer is probably no. Okay, so again, anyone who wanted to bitch last week about Caitlin's $60,000 or $73,000 salary a year from the WNBA, I love to hear that you've done absolutely nothing to continue to support them. So thank you so much. All right, so Caitlin Clark signed this with Nike last week. We already referenced this. She's been in talks with Adidas, Puma, Under Armour. I mean, people are offering her left and right, Gatorade. And so people are offering her money, which, don't get me wrong, it's millions of dollars. But this specific contract, I don't know if I realized, goes over an 8-year period. Now, I might have referenced that, but didn't really think about it. And then Dave Portnoy gave a hot take, and I love Dave Portnoy, that 8 years, $28 million over 8 years is so bullshit, because Caitlin will 100% make that back for the company in like a fucking year. So if you think of $28 million and you think of how much revenue Nike does a year, let's look. How much money does Nike company make a year? $51.2 billion. Nike, it does have 75,400 employees approximately. This is just a quick search, okay? But the overall revenue is over 50 billion a year. So, okay, we think 28 million, that's like a drop in the fucking pot, okay? Regardless, I hope that they have something intact for if she like over makes for them. Maybe they give her a bonus or something. She is going to have her own brand of shoe, like kind of like a Air Jordan vibes, like Caitlin Air, Kate Air, you know, not really, obviously, but she will have her own shoe, which I think will sell really well for like women's basketball players, and it'll kind of be like the shit, you know, like it'll be really cool and it'll be great. But I just hope that she has something maybe written in where it's like, hey, if I do make more than this, like, can we renegotiate, or can we renegotiate after 48 months or like something like that. But I just thought that was nuts. And then again, I think she's associated with some other brands already doing partnerships. Doing, again, she'll be in commercials, maybe not infomercials, but she'll be everywhere. I'm not worried about her. She'll be doing just fine. But let's manifest that she gets some more money back. If you bought the Skims nipple bra, which believe me, I was like in a place at one point, I was at a low place where I did want to buy the nipple bra. It is actually molded from her boobies. Yes, you read that right. It was her idea to put the nipples on there, and it was actually molded after her chest. Jimmy Kimmel asks, your own boobs? With the Skin by Kim founder replying, it's a pad, yeah. It's a pad with a nipple on it. So if you want to feel nippy, she can do that, and you can kind of have Kim's chest on yours. I will say, like, I think the bra is it's interesting. I saw some really great takes from people who have battled like mastectomies, people who have battled breast cancer, stuff like that, and want that sexiness of like perky titties with a nipple popping out. Like, so I can see listen, there's a market for everyone. Okay. If you don't like it, the beautiful thing is you don't fucking buy it. Shut up, move on. No one cares. But the people that do buy it, I can see the reason for it. Sometimes like I do want a little bit of like nippage, like, cause I think it can be kind of cute sometimes, but I don't like the feeling of my own nipples be exposed. So I'm almost like, maybe if I put like a mask on it and had this fake nipple, that I would kind of be a little bit more intrigued to share my nips to the world, because I know they're not really mine. Does that make sense? So yeah, that was kind of the last thing I thought was interesting, which I was like, damn, girl really molded her titties and said, you buy my tits, and you buy my bras, and you buy my skincare, and you watch my show, and go stream Thank You Amy by Taylor Swift. Not much has come out from that, by the way. Also, Taylor's made like absolutely no comment to jack shit about her album, which she shouldn't. You know, it's fine. It's up for interpretation. Like, YOLO, you put it out there. But the Tortured Poets Department has really been living rent-free in my head. It's definitely not a gateway album, and I said that last week, I believe. Like, it's not an album where a lot of people will become a fan, but I think it can deepen a fan's connection to her music. And if you understand what Taylor has been through, you get it more, you know, and I'm not saying that as a flex, like, oh yeah, like if you know, you know, but kind of, you know, a lot of storytelling. I love it. There's not really a song I've found myself skipping unless I'm just not in the mood to like kind of cry, you know. I will skip a song and like go to something else, but it's not because I skip it because I think it's a bad song. I think it's, a lot of people are saying it's arguably one of her best albums she put out. Now, I think that's a little wild, but again, I think if you're deep in the fandom and you understand, there's just a lot of Easter egg. I don't want to say like a lot of answers in it, but you know, people will pick apart what they think is being said, to where we're seeing a lot of like relationship background, different relationships, stuff like that. So yeah, the one thing I will say is like, I'm really fucking tired of people bringing up like, oh my God, how many people has she dated? How many people has she dated? How many people have you fucking dated, bitch? Okay. We're all dating people. Chill. You're like, just because she's a celebrity doesn't mean she can't like get around. And also, why are we going to also assume that she's like had sex with all these people and like she's quote a slut? XYZ is like, maybe not. Okay, she might just be going on a few dates and like the tabloids say, oh, they're dating. It's like, maybe they weren't. Maybe they fucking weren't. But you know what? Ain't no one speaking out back to her. You ever seen that? You ever seen that? You ever seen someone taking a stand up against her? Nope, haven't. Before I forget, guys, if you have not yet signed up for BetterHelp therapy, you need help, okay? BetterHelp is an online teletherapy program that I use, that you might use, maybe your friends use, or you should be using. This is a great place to get connected with a therapist that's licensed around you in your state legally, and you can do therapy literally on the go. You can be on your phone, in your car, you can be on a walk, you can be sitting down while your kids are having nap time and do a therapy appointment. It's a great way to get in therapy without having to go out somewhere. So use code DESB at checkout for 10% off your first month. And I don't even want to say, oh, if you're struggling, go use it. It's like, we could all use therapy every day of the week, okay? We're constantly dealing with life throwing us shit, okay? Use code DESB, 10% off your first month, or when you go to checkout, You can go to betterhelp.com/brunchwithdesb. And again, that will get you 10% off your first month. Go out, go try it. By using my code, by using the link, you also do support this podcast. This is the only moolah that I get kickback with. And this is the way that I can continue to expand my podcast and hopefully get back into a studio. So I appreciate you guys. Always here to be open and honest, but also honest with what I use and what I support. All right, this next month, guys, next Sunday, we dropped the BFit membership new workouts. We oddly had an extra week in we oddly had an extra week in April. So here we are kicking off Cinco de Mayo next Sunday with brand new workouts. We have a ton of fun next month for the BFit membership. We have Legs for Margs, Full Body Fiesta, Hole Mole back, Cinco de Delto, and oh shit, what was the other one? There was one more. Full Body Fiesta. It was another leg day. Oh, Hot Tamale Tush. Hell yeah. 5 new workouts for you guys for the month of May. I've actually been trying to figure out how to celebrate, as I mentioned to you last week, how to celebrate next month because we're going on a year of BFit membership. And I'm just kind of curious too, like, is there a way I can revamp the membership? Is membership like, should I have like the programs be involved in it again? Or should I have just like a plethora of programs that you can run through? Like, I don't know. I love monthly workouts. I think it's a fun way to like switch it up, have something new each month, etc. But what do you guys like out of a membership? You know what I mean? Like, do you like a workout that is new every month and it's just reoccurring? Do you like having, hey guys, you pay this per month and you get access to the whole library, pick what you want? Like, what feels best for you? Because I guess for me, it's always the camaraderie, you're doing the same day I'm doing, like high five, you know. But if you feel like maybe a different program would be best for you and kind of having access to those plans, I don't know. I'm just curious, like what is the best way for you to get the most out of a membership? What do you look for? I would just be curious of feedback. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm always growing, I'm always evolving, and I always want to figure out how to serve the people who are a part of DBFT the best I can. And if there's something that, you know, over time, it's like, yeah, this was great for that short, you know, that period of time, but it's evolved into this. It's like, let it evolve. You know, there's nothing wrong with changing something. And I think change is also important because it shows that people are constantly moving forward. It shows that they're digesting in their head what's working and what's not, etc. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that maybe for June too, really revamping the membership and like having a different plethora of options. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Let's get into today's topic with, first off, another sip brought to you by Alani Nutrition, which, by the way, we have Alani Minis coming finally. I've teased you guys about this last month, but they were put on delay for production and shipment. We do have a mini variety pack coming that has juicy peach, cherry slush, I believe off the top of my head, and the brand new orange kiss, which is probably my favorite flavor. I think if I honestly were to rank my favorite flavors right now, it would go orange kiss, blue slush, cherry slush, and then actually the flavor we have coming next month, I think is going to win everything. Stay tuned. Okay. Cheers. Okay. So this is a topic I wanted to bring up from a listener. I said, what should we talk about this week? You guys know I never have a plan. All right. The future of kids, generations, mental health related to screens, social media, and phones. I was born in 1992, and I truly feel like we had the best childhood. And now our kids don't get to experience it because of how technology has changed it, and we only have so much to keep them off of it. I've seen so much research related to social media and the rising rate of depression and anxiety, and even suicide among teens. I'm so fearful of this with my 2 girls. Would love to hear your take on it since you are the same age and have littles. Okay, first off, bitch, I was born in 95. Do not age me past 30 yet, okay? Also, just kidding. But I think this is a real question and kind of reverting back to the topic of discussion today of banning TikTok and shit like that. At the end of the day, I try to think of how I'm going to approach this with my kids because when I got introduced to social media, I had a MySpace back in the day. But even then, we were really only allowed on MySpace. Like, I was only really allowed on my computer for a set amount of hours per day. When I was a kid in, like, I'm trying to even think of my age. I was probably 8, 9, 10. I was always on AOL Instant Messenger. I would play computer games. I would be on like, what was it called? Webkins, MyScene, like the websites, like the games. But again, I feel like I had a pretty good balance of, number one, I feel like I always had a time limit. And number two, it wasn't at the point where I genuinely like just didn't want to go outside. You know, like I would organically be like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go outside. Kids nowadays, I feel like aren't that way. Like, it's like they don't organically go, okay, I'm going to get up and like get off my computer or get off my phone. They like just stay locked in until you make them. That's where I feel like I'm seeing the difference. Is for me, I did grow up with a decent amount of technology, but I had a great childhood because I naturally still wanted to like be outside. I wanted to go play with my sibling. I wanted to go play sports. I had practice. I had this, I had that. And also even at school, we weren't really on computers yet a ton. We definitely did have laptops where we would do some work. We would do like typing classes even. We would have like a laptop cart that would get rolled into it. I'm kind of unlocking core memories. So it's like, it's not like we didn't grow up with technology, but it just wasn't as accustomed. My brother, to my understanding, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, he doesn't even have textbooks anymore. Everything that they need is on their Chromebook. They might hand out textbooks during class time. I'm not sure. But all he does is have a fucking laptop. He doesn't even carry a backpack. Now, he's also a boy. But regardless, I don't think it's just not the same. So we're constantly surrounded by screens. And the biggest thing I fear, and I'm so fucking serious, and I've said this before, is I'm fearful of our health, our eyesight. Our eyesight. I am so terrified of losing my vision because of how often I'm on a screen, a camera, a phone, whatever, because we don't know. We haven't seen someone go through life on a screen yet. You know what I mean? And we kind of, I would say probably the 90s babies, for the most part, are the first generation to kind of grow up and will be growing up on a screen our whole life. So I worry about our eye health and shit like that too. Now, you break it out a little bit even further. We want to talk about mental health. That's even more terrifying because I've mentioned this too, time and time again. It is not normal. Two things are not normal. It is not normal to get repeated affirmation each day. Oh my God, you look so great. Oh my God, you're so amazing. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, you're the best. Oh my God. Parasocial relationships and shit, it's not really normal. Okay, it's not really normal to have those emotions in your head every day, all day. And then it's also not normal to get hate and get spewed negativity all day and shit too. So on one hand, it's not normal to hear, oh my God, you're amazing, get all this affirmation every day. And then on the other hand, it's not normal to hear, go kill yourself, you're a piece of shit, I hate you, you're annoying. Even if it's not to you, say on like Reddit, it's not normal for people to intake that information about themselves either. You say that shit to me. I'm 29. I started doing social media when I started really taking it seriously when I was 22, I think. 22. Oh, no, I'm lying. I was 20. Turned 21. That's when I kind of started posting, 20, I started posting my CrossFit. This isn't about me. I'm just honestly oversharing. I started posting my CrossFit journey at like 20. Turned 21, started prepping for my first bodybuilding show at 22. And then 23 is when I went pro. That was 2018. So yeah, I've been doing social media for a fucking minute. I'm not going to lie. Wow. Now that I say it like that, that's crazy. Regardless, you said that to me back in the day. It affected me then. You say it to me now. It affects me now. You learn to build a thicker skull where like, and honestly, you just get older where you're like, literally, fuck you. I don't even know who you are. Why the fuck would I care? Weird. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. We're still human, you know? And so that affects me at 28, 29. To imagine that level of, again, affirmations as well as hate at the young age of being a teenager is fucked up. Like we can kind of trail it back to like looking at child stars. Disney stars, people on social media. Now, this is the extremes, right? People who like blew up, etc. We look at people like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Tasia. If you guys follow Tasia from Vine, they all got into like drugs and alcohol and got into like really bad shit. Doesn't mean it happens to everyone, but then we look at child stars. We look at like Miley Cyrus, the Olsen twins, Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes, like people who entered into fame early, a lot of times also got fucked up. And that's not even like social media. That's just like fame, you know? So we look at how that's affected them. Think about how it affects a kid just like viewing stuff like that and like seeing the hate and taking the hate, maybe even, shall I say, participating in the hate. I mean, what level of issues do you also have or don't know you have as a teenager who is also participating in online bullying, stuff like that, right? Like, it's like there is mental health, just like red flags everywhere there. How I plan to approach it with my kids, I want to keep them off of social media as long as possible. If they do want to be on social media, I'm controlling it. And I say that because I don't want to eliminate them from being creative, right? At this point in time, kids are popping out of the womb and you're going, what do you want to be? And they're like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to have my own podcast. We're not getting answers a lot anymore of like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a cop. I want to be, you know, people are literally be like, I want to be a Vine I want to be a TikToker. I want to be an Instagrammer. Like, I want to be an influencer. It's crazy, right? But that's happening. So if my kids come to me and they're like, Mommy, I want to share my football on Instagram Reels. It's like, okay, I'll help you, but I'm going to be posting it. I'm going to be controlling it. You're not going to have access to it, pretty much. You know, like on those the accounts where you see it's like controlled by parents or parental controlled or something. That's me, okay? I don't want them a part of that. Now, the only thing you then have to hope is that whoever they're surrounded by is on similar grounds. But then that comes down to the conversation where you then talk about, are you going to allow your kids to have sleepovers? Are you going to allow your kids to go places and have sleepovers? I'm praying to God, to be quite honest, that I'm going to be the house to sleep over at. I want to host the kids. I want them to turn in their phones to me at night. If you're coming over to my house, your phone's going in a fucking lockbox overnight, and you guys are going to have fucking fun without them, okay? But I don't know. I also, listen, I say that now. Will it evolve? Will it change? Probably. You know, I want my kids to be as safe as possible. And again, we talk about suicide rates. We talk about depression, anxiety. Bitch, my depression and anxiety has gone up. I've had thoughts of suicide before, especially living back in Florida. And I've been very transparent and open about that. It's like, I dealt with this in my 20s. I could not imagine having the level of all of that and having to take the weight of that in my teen years or in my adolescent years before even hitting teenage years. You know, I want kids to be kids. And at the end of the day, the pendulum always swings, right? We have these really crazy times and then we kind of swing back, and we have these relatively normal times and then we kind of go crazy again. It's just how history and society works. It really is. It always swings left and it swings right. And again, that has nothing to do with fucking politics. So do not fucking take it that way. I'm quite literally talking directions. So it swings left, it swings right. And it ends up being. So I'm hoping with us having these conversations, with us being our age, with us being the ones to raise this next generation, maybe we all come together and we all end up being on the same page, because we go, holy fuck, we've been doing this for 15, 20 years. We need to change things. So then we are the change, you know. We do all raise our kids collectively different and blah, 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 blah. So that's the only thing I can hold faith to, is that we can be the change. We can create the change. We can create a new normal where scrolling your feed and seeing 9-year-olds doing get ready with me's, as much as I love the self-expression, I love the confidence, I love the fact that kids and especially like young girls are feeling like, you know, good to like share that stuff. It also makes me internally cringe, because I'm like, oh my God, like, you're beautiful without makeup, or I don't know. It's an internal battle, because if someone would have told me in my early 20s, hey, you can't post to social media, like whatever, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I understand, like, we still do need those people to be, quote, influencers that are great, right? Like, we need those great people that are great advocates and great speakers and bring light to people. And you know who else we need back? We need Elise Myers back. Okay? All of you fucking internet bullies and weirdos pushed her off the internet, and I miss her. That's just a sidebar, but I miss her so much. And it's like weird because I'm saying that in a parasocial way. I miss her, but we need those people, you know? So it's like, to say social media is all bad it's not true. But there is the bad in social media that we have to contain and control or help eliminate. Like, I don't know. I do my part by, if I see anyone being just outlandishly harassing people, ridiculing people, etc., bro, I am so quick to report and block those accounts. I don't ever want that energy finding me, but also you don't deserve to put that energy out. If I ever see a post, that's how I do my part. I'm like, I know I'm helping the world because I'm reporting this comment. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Like, if you see people excessively bullying, spamming, etc., try. It doesn't mean your report, is going to do anything, but it's kind of like people being like, well, then I'm just like not going to vote. It's like, it still counts. It could still make a difference. So first off, get out and vote this November. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, I'm like not kidding. Like, go vote, but like, this is not endorsed by anyone. Okay. So my point is like, do your part. I don't know. I kind of feel like I just talked in circles the last 15 minutes about this, but I'm very conflicted. I don't know what it's going to do. And none of us do. And I'm just hoping that maybe by the time this becomes a pressing issue, but by the time this becomes something we need to really talk about, that there is something in place, that there is, I don't know. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this summer. We're going to do a 2-week screen-free week in my household. Not necessarily for me and Wyatt, like, no offense, but, we're adults and, like, I work from my phone, whatever, but specifically for the children. And I don't want them to, like, see me sitting on my phone either. But we're going to do this summer. I want to do 2 weeks screen-free. I'm just going to I just want to experiment. How do the kids interact? Like, how do they feel? They're not, like, sitting in front of a TV all day. Like, I don't just do that. I know some moms have to. Some moms have to get stuff done. And guess what? That's fine. I'm not judging you. I'm not shaming you. I don't give a fuck. But I do genuinely try to keep them off of screens and that's why we have a dedicated playroom. You know what I mean? Go in there. There's no TVs in there, no screens. I'm telling you, the jump house was the best investment I ever made in my life. But 2 weeks this week, I want to try to plan something where maybe I have like a craft every day. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy either. Give the kids fucking popsicle sticks. They go nuts, okay? I gave them pipe cleaners today. Those colored pipe cleaners? They were busy for like 30 fucking minutes playing with pipe cleaners. I mean, it was crazy. So I want to do like maybe a craft every day. I want to get them outside, including myself. I want to get outside too. So maybe I'll do something maybe I'll do something with you guys, or like whether it's here, like on my YouTube, or like something where we do like a 2-week, like, here's what I did, or here's what I'm doing today, copy this. Like, maybe I'll try to make it in an ebook for you guys, just like free, but just to have something to maybe guide you to of what I did or what I'm going to try. I mean, we can all maybe do it together. I'm going to go for 2 weeks. Does it mean that the TV is not going to be on one time for maybe 30 minutes while like shower or something? No, but in essence, I really do want to try to stick to it, purely for like stuff like this. Like, let's experiment. Can I make sure the kids don't rely on social media, don't rely on a screen, don't rely on Danny Go or Bluey, like, love them, but there could be worse things, like Coco Melon moms. Again, I say that without shame. I cannot stand Coco Melon, never got on it, never will. So we'll kind of see, but I'd be curious what your guys' takes are. Sound off in the comments. Let me know below. What do you think about social media with kids, preteens, etc.? And what do you even think about it with you? Like, where are you at with your relationship with social media? I know for me, I'm on it a lot because I work from it. Like, so I'll post, I'll comment, I'll maybe go through DMs, I'll post on my brunch account, I'll look at some memes and share some, but I don't really scroll a lot, to be honest, because I am a creator. not necessarily a consumer. Sometimes I'm both, don't get me wrong, but I tend to only maybe have 1 or 2 nights a week where I'm actually scrolling and intaking content. I'm curious for you guys out there who aren't creators, you just, you know, consume content, you watch my stuff, you whatever. What is your screen time? Like, what is your screen time? I'm curious. I'm going to look at mine right now. I'm going to totally, I'm going to expose myself for you guys right now, but only because I want to show you guys. Again, I work from my phone. Okay. So sometimes I'll do emails from my phone. I'll post in my Facebook group from my phone. I'll edit a post on my phone. So take that into consideration. My screen time right now is on average 7 hours per day. 7 hours per day. I don't have any app limits on my phone or like scheduled downtime. I feel like I could utilize those features a little bit more. But yeah, look, they have like set up screen time for family, screen distance. If you guys don't have that on, I do have screen distance on. It kind of alerts me when my phone gets too close to my face. So yeah, I'll be curious. So drop your thoughts on social media below or DM me. I'll also maybe put it on Brunch with DESB, the Instagram account, if I remember. And then also, I want to know your screen time. Go look at your screen time right now. Tell me what it says for the previous week. And let's expose ourselves togethers. Cheers. I love you guys. Thanks for always tuning in. Make sure you go shop Ptula, shop HydroJug. Any way that you guys use code DESB, just know it does support me directly, and I cannot thank you enough. It's a way that I get to support my family while also getting products and reviewing stuff that I fucking love. So I love it so much. Love you guys. Hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful week. Happy Sunday. And guess where I'll see you? I'll see you back here next fucking week. Also, maybe I'll have a YouTube video up this week. Stand by. Okay, love you guys. Bye.